Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Mary.
And, as a guest, you've been a guest before. Give me your best, really, Mary.
Okay, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
Really, Mary, darling.
For those that you don't know, Lisa does a really good lovey from Gilligan's Island.
That was my lovely.
Yes, that we've done in the past. But on a more serious note, Lisa, what we're going to talk about today, and which you are an expert in, is new construction or new development communities in Naples. And, let's talk a little bit about those, I guess from a standpoint of talking about them via price and product and location. Tell me a little bit about, first of all, your top five.
Okay, great. Well, first of all, I'm very excited to be here talking to you about this. And, that was kind of at the top of my list. If you don't know your product and what's out there, you're going to have a difficult time selling new construction. And I live in kind of southeast Naples, so I have kind of a hypersensitive idea as to what's going on in this particular part. But I also need to know what's going on in other parts of Naples as well. As far as top 5 new construction areas, I would say number 1, Naples Reserve. Here in South Naples, Fiddler's Creek is doing some amazing new construction. Even Isles of Collier Preserve is expanding and doing new construction. So I would say those are the top 3 here. But we also have a brand new Pulte community coming up and a brand new D.R. Horton community coming up in this same area of Naples. And you got to make sure, because there's so many new construction communities, that you need to be ahead of the game. So since I live close to these areas, I early on, when it was still looks like a piece of land, and they first put that big sign up and it says, for more information on blah, 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 in this case, Manatee Cove by Pulte, I got in early and asked for them to email me updates. So that's one way that you will be able to keep a good timeline as to when is this community going to start developing, and when can I get my feet in the door to see the models quicker than later. There are a couple newer ones in North Naples. There's Compass Landing has a really nice product up there. And so again, you just got to get out there. Frontera here in East Naples I believe they're getting close to selling out, but get out. And because you're not always going to see new construction in the MLS. So get in your car and take a tour. Get out there.
Well, let's kind of back that up a little bit, because, if you're looking to buy in Southwest Florida, you really need an agent like Lisa that knows all of these different communities to help guide you through the process. Because if you don't go into a new construction community with an agent, you're kind of on your own. So finding that agent like Lisa that knows new construction, if you kind of feel comfortable in that, type of product, if you've always lived in a new home, you've moved a lot, you get it, that's not hard to do here. We have many people, wouldn't you agree, Lisa, that build and haven't moved here yet?
Yes, you're 100% on to that. Yes.
And with that, you've got, a combination of, do I like, a home that they've already built, because there's usually some inventory in some of these communities, or do I want to pick all the things that are important to me, finishes and all the features in a home? Do I want that semi-custom? Do I want custom? Or do I want, more of a production style home where, I don't get to change a lot, but I get to pick my tile?
Right. And it comes down to timeline as well. Are you moving sooner than later, or do you not have a particular timeline? And Mary, you touched on an important piece that, I going to elaborate on just a bit is, do you want to pick out your own lot and build from the ground up and go to the design center and pick out exactly what you're looking for? Or would you rather somebody else make the decisions and you buy a spec home that will be complete in, 4 to 6 weeks? So it does quite a bit of variance there. And, if you have worked with a realtor in the past, or even if you've worked with me or Mary in the past, and you're to the point where I'm just not seeing what I really want, I don't want to feel like I'm compromising on purchasing a home. This is one of the biggest investments you will probably make in your lifetime, and you don't want to feel like you're compromising. So new construction is an amazing option if you find yourself in that predicament. Wouldn't you agree, Mary?
I would agree. I love how you said that. If you don't want to feel like you're compromising, right? I mean, many of our clients, Lisa, own very large, beautiful homes from wherever they're coming from. If this is their second, or if they're planning to move here, they've been there, done that. And many will tell us, Lisa, wouldn't you agree that, hey, I don't want to build again, or I don't want a remodel project. I want to go into resale. And then they see what's available in resale, and they're like, maybe I do want to build, because I don't want the remodel project. Because when you start opening a remodel project, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get.
Exactly.
And you're kind of on your own. Now, one of the things that Lisa from her past has done is, in the past, she was a stager. Now she's a real estate agent, amazing real estate agent, I might add. But she's got a good eye for what goes together. Me, I struggle to pick a paint color. And Lisa can attest, because she's constantly picking for us in our office or in our home. Lisa, what do you think of this one? The thing with the new construction is they have design centers with designers that are walking you through that process, right? Lisa, talk a little bit about what that looks like. And, if somebody chooses to build today and from the ground up,
yes,
and let's talk about maybe a semi-production or, a production home.
Okay. And so there's a couple words as far as lingo goes for new construction that you want to be, familiar with. And one are lot premiums. If you're a new agent and you've never worked new construction before, just know that different lots, depending on size and location, are going to cost different amounts. And depending on your customers' wants and needs, there's going to be a price to pay, a premium, or if they're not that particular, then you can cut costs by maybe getting a less expensive, smaller lot. So keep that in the forefront of your mind. If your customer decides, yeah, we want to build from the ground up, lot premiums. So there are, water views. There are lots that you can actually put a dock on. There's preserve views. So any gamut of lots that could possibly be available. So that's where you want to start with, is the lot premium. And then you need to determine, what are your needs? Do you need 4 bedrooms? Can you do 3 bedrooms? Can you do 2 and a den? Picking out that floor plan. And within that floor plan, there's different elevations, which means the front of the house is going to look a little different. It can be called the exact same house. Say it's the Mary floor plan, but say there's 3 elevations to the Mary floor plan. Each one looks a little different. Maybe one has the garage on the right side instead of the left, or has some stone on the front, or again, couple of those words you want to make sure you're familiar with, so you don't look like a deer in the headlights when you're talking to a sales rep at the office. So just make sure you know what your customers' needs are, and after you have learned all of your inventory ideas and options, you'll know where to take your customer. And
so that brings us to a good point, Lisa, because, there are some agents out here that she just gave some really good tidbits to. But if you're looking to build and move here, either part-time or full-time, or you've lived here for a long time and now you want to build, having that agent, Lisa said, she was giving these little tidbits. Lisa knows people in every single one of these communities so that she can go in and find the best agent, the new construction agent in there that can help you to make those decisions. And she also has the insight to who's going to negotiate and who's not. So as it can, as a buyer, you don't want to walk into this unarmed on your own.
Correct.
You really want to walk in arm in arm with an agent, in this case, Lisa, or any other agent on the Bartos group for that matter. But, Lisa knows new construction. She can walk in, she knows who they are, she's going to make an appointment. And these days, Lisa, many times with COVID, we have to make appointments with our new construction, correct?
Yes, you do. And also, what I have found is that in new construction communities, prospective customers could just drive through the gate and get in and go. That's really becoming a thing of the past, where you have to have an agent just to get through the gate if you're even considering new construction. So they are making the rules a little bit more stringent during this time of COVID, just to make sure that there aren't people just aimlessly wandering around and not really sure where they're going. So it really will benefit you the most. And, your time is valuable, and you don't want to waste it by thinking you're going to go on this grand adventure, checking out a bunch of new construction on your own, and you can't get through the gate. So it would be, it would really benefit anyone considering new construction that you bring your agent along. So you'll be a lot more productive that way.
Or also into the community centers. What I found is that many are locked now. A lot of them are locked to begin with. But usually, you can knock on the door, somebody's walking through and they'll let you in. Now you need a fob to get in, and that has to be organized and orchestrated to get into those community centers, or otherwise you're peeking in the window.
Right.
And going, oh, what does this look like in here? I wonder what's in there.
Yeah.
And wouldn't you agree? I mean, I love, what one of our agents says on the team, you need to find your tribe and then your hut.
Yes.
You come down looking in Southwest Florida, you need to know, do you want, Lisa mentioned some communities, do you want resort style amenities? Do you want, some nice amenities, but you're not going to pay a lot for them? Do you want a guard at the gate, or can the arm just go up and down? Do you need a gated community? What does that all look like? And that whole pile coming in together of what you want in your lifestyle is honestly most important in finding that right area. Because again, it doesn't matter what Lisa or I want in a home. It matters what you want, where you want to lay your head, who do you want to hang with, what kind of amenities do you want? Here in Southwest Florida, Lisa, do we have it all?
You know it. That's why we're here.
So if you want to golf, if you want to be near the beach, if you want to have phenomenal amenities, you want to put the little flag up on your chair when you're lounging, right, for the guy to come over and bring a drink to you in your community, you can do any one of those things. And at the end of the day, here in Southwest Florida, we hope you come. Contact us, because you can certainly go with other realtors, and there's some great realtors out there. But if you want somebody that knows new construction, Lisa, how do they reach you?
You can reach me by my direct cell line is area code 269-532-6564. Awesome.
And again, I'm Mary Bartos for the Bartos Group of Premier Plus Realty, and we're on Really, Mary?
Or Really, Mary, darling.
Darling. I love it when you do it. And until the next episode, we look forward to seeing you here in paradise. Ciao.